Hello and welcome to what's turned into a year-long series of me reading you news about Phasmophobia console updates. Here we go. Phasmophobia for consoles. What's been going on with console? When it's coming? And some frequently asked questions. The console update. Hey Ghost Hunters, we've got some news for you and it's exciting. Firstly, we want to thank our incredibly passionate community for being patient with us while we work on the console update. With last year's estimated release date ultimately being delayed, we shared the frustration with console players and had to make sure that when we announced a new release date, it was one we could meet. So far, so good. Development. We are collaborating with Unity to work on the console release, as well as general performance optimizations for both console and PC. Yeah, we need that. This will ensure that the console update runs optimally and to the high standards that we set for the game. Working with them means that we can work alongside them on new content for all platforms, allowing faster development of new updates. Future updates for the game will be released on all platforms simultaneously to ensure that crossplay is always available. When? We're thrilled to announce that the console update will be released this year during our in-game Halloween event. Okay, so a couple months. Once launched, all players will have access to crossplay, allowing you to play the newest version of the game with everyone, including those using VR on any platform. Frequently asked questions. Below are some answers to the most frequently asked questions we've noted from our community about the console update. Will console support voice recognition? At the current stage of development, console players will be required to use our text input for voice recognition. We are working on a solution to this. We will announce if this changes. Okay, so you won't be able to use a microphone if you're playing on console, is what that means. Or maybe you'll be able to use a microphone, but you won't be, the game won't recognize it. I don't know. I don't know how that goes down. I don't know if that means you can't like verbally talk to other players. I'm gonna cut in for a second and say that while I was editing, I went and looked at the Discord in their developer Q&A, and a question was asked about whether voice chat will be supported, and it will indeed be supported cross-platform. Voice chat, not voice recognition. So that's the answer. Now back to past me. I feel like they did say specifically voice recognition, so I'm gonna say that you can talk to other players, but the game won't be able to recognize your voice. How much is it going to cost? We will be increasing the price of Phasmophobia on all platforms later this year to $19.99. Due to the amount of content and playtime added since the start of early access, we feel this is a fair increase. In other words, if you want to get Phasmophobia for PC, do it now before it goes up. What will the age rating be? Phasmophobia will be rated as 16+/teen. However, this will vary in some regions. That makes sense. There are some, it's not terrible, you know, the graphics, but there are some pretty gruesome things that sometimes appear in the game. Will it be available on Xbox Game Pass? Currently, we have no plans to be on Xbox Game Pass. What update will the console release with? All platforms will be on the current major version, 0.10, at the console release. New content such as the farmhouse rework will release afterwards. Okay, so that means the version of Phasmophobia we have is the version we have until Halloween, at the very least. If you have any further questions, please head to our developer Q&A channel in our Discord server, where we have previously given answers. Feel free to ask any unanswered questions, and we will be happy to do another FAQ in the future. We'll see you in-game this Halloween. Happy hunting. Thanks, the Kinetic Games team. So, it's good news. Hey, I can make a video that will probably have the thumbnail of good news for console players for a change, instead of my various bad news ones. So that's good. That makes me feel good. This is good. They seem to be, compared to a year ago when they first announced this, it seems like they had a wake-up call, repeated wake-up calls, in fact. And it seems like they've got it nailed down. I've been wrong before. Anyway, if you want to see how to get the secret badge in Point Hope, check out this video right here.